Hey you guys, what is going on? Shaquan here from SLFX Trading, and in today's video we are going to be starting a series. This is a swing trading series where we talk about time frames for the rest of the week. I'm going to be coming out with 3 separate videos today, Wednesday, and Friday. So stay tuned to this series. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so that when a new video drops, you will be alerted. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new to my channel, welcome back. If you think you've been on the wrong time frames as you are on your swing trading journey, prayerfully this series will help you out. So first thing first, let's just start with what are time frames. You may say, well, Shaquan, I know what time frames are, but if you're still struggling with what time frames are going to be best for you to trade, then this is why we're going to start with what a time frame is. So I want you to think about when you first open your chart, you see candlesticks. Now, even though we see candlesticks, it doesn't mean you should look at every single candlestick that prints on every single time frame. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of traders end up doing, and maybe you even end up doing that, where you're going from the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, and so forth and so forth, and it's just a ladder that's just going down. Now, you've probably been taught to do that, but that doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it wrong, but the question is that the right thing for you to do? So let's start here. A time frame is basically a period of time in which you're looking at the candlesticks when they open and when they close. That's really simple, right? So let's just take the monthly time frame. It takes 1 month or 21 to 22 trading days in order for one monthly candlestick to close. Now, if you're a person who day trades, scalps, or swing trades, whatever the case may be, is it really important for you to look at the monthly candlestick every single day when you show up to trade? No, because it takes 1 full month for one candlestick to close. So why would you spend your energy looking at the monthly time frame every day or every week? Same thing for the weekly candlestick. It takes 1 week or 5 trading days for one weekly candlestick to close. So why would you show up every day looking at the weekly time frame? There are times when you should not be looking at every single time frame. There are times when you should look at time frames that produce more information on a daily basis, i.e. a 12-hour, 4-hour, 1 hour, 15-minute time frame, and so on. So the lower end time frames you go, understand they're printing the information more than you need. But when you're on a higher time frame from swing traders, it is important that you understand what candlesticks are going to matter more to you on a daily or a weekly basis. So let's just start here. As a swing trader, you're trying to show up as your best self. It's important to understand whether you are a short-term swing trader or a long-term swing trader. Short-term swing traders are probably looking for 1 to 2, maybe 3 or 4 swing trades a week, meaning you want to be in and out of your trade within a week or 2, right? You're a short-term swing trader. You have no problem with holding your trades because maybe you work, maybe you have a family, maybe you go to school, maybe you just don't want to be bogged down with trying to figure out the market every single day. Long-term swing traders want to hold their trades for weeks going into months because at the moment they may not need the money, but they want a form of passive income or money that works for them in their sleep alongside their job or their businesses. You want to first determine which one you are because that is going to also help determine the time frames that you're going to look at every single week and month. So what I want you to do is write down what type of swing trader are you? The short-term swing trader or the long-term swing trader? Now, this also is going to affect the type of trades that you enter. It's going to affect when you enter, where your stop loss is going to go, where your take profit is going to go, and it's going to help if you're managing a prop firm account or your own money. Typically, if you are a longer term swing trader, you need a lot more money to trade with because you may not have as many trades. You're going to be holding a lot of your trades for a long period of time. Trying to hold a swing trade for a long period of time on a $100 account or a $1,000 account may not get the decent profits that you're looking for in a quick amount of time. But that could be okay if you're a short-term swing trader and you're okay with compounding your account over time. And this is why I want you to answer the question, which type of trader are you? The long-term swing trader or the short-term swing trader? Now, either way, depending on what type of swing trader you are, when it comes to your time frames that you choose, you want to show up to the chart as your best self. and you want to be able to read the chart. So you need to ask yourself, what time frame makes reading the chart a lot easier? If you're okay with reading a weekly time frame, you may be more inclined to look at the chart between Friday and Sunday, because a new candlestick is going to open on Sunday, but that weekly candlestick closes on Friday. So it may be important for you to look at the weekly time frame to see how price closed for the week. Now, if that time frame is easy for you to read and you can see the highs and the lows, it gives you enough information to analyze to see where your next move is going to come from, then yes, that is the time frame that belongs on your time frame watch list. Now, if you're the trader who needs a little bit more information, then you may want to consider a daily time frame. Now, keep in mind what the daily means. It means that a new candlestick is going to open every single day, Sunday through Friday, right? So that means that every day a new candlestick is going to print and it's going to show you what happened the previous day from 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday through Friday. Now, if you're a person who can see the highs and the lows and it gives you enough information to read, you don't stumble when you're reading the price chart. It gives you enough information to say, I can enter the trade from here, I can exit the trade from here, then that's the time frame you're going to be looking for. Then you have a 12-hour, then you have a 4-hour, and you're going to keep doing this, because what you're doing is you're creating a scale from too noisy to too little information to just enough to be able to enter into your trade. So you want to put your time frames on a scale. If reading a 1-hour time frame is too noisy, then you're going to want to go up a time frame. But if reading, let's just say, a weekly time frame doesn't give you enough information to where you want to enter a trade, then you're going to scale down in that time frame until you find that time frame or time frames that's just right. It gives you enough information and it's not too noisy for you to read. You can see where you want to enter a trade. You can see where you're going to put your stop loss. You can see where you're going to take profit. And this is how you're picking your time frames. Because you got to remember, you're looking for enough information to make a trading decision. That's what time frames are there for. Pairing your time frames are a whole different conversation. Once again, it's going from what type of swing trader are you, short term or long term. If you're a long term swing trader, looking at the time frames such as the monthly and the weekly could be very valuable, and then entering on the daily time frame. If you know you're going to be holding these trades, you know you're not going to want to come to the market every single day or every single week to figure out where you want to enter a trade. Those 3 time frames are beautiful. Now, if you find that the monthly time frame is still not enough information there, then you can just use the weekly and the daily. But if you find you need more information because you're a short-term swing trader, you can use a combination of a weekly, daily, and 4-hour. Or I have students who trade the weekly and the daily, or the daily and the 4-hour, or the 12 and the 4-hour. But do you see how there are so many combinations here, right? And you want to be able to choose the combinations that match you perfectly. If you can figure out a way to configure your time frames to where it's not too noisy, not too little information, but just right, this is when you're gonna have fun back testing this for yourself. And remember, it's not the quantity of trades, it's the quality of trades. You are looking for quality trades per time frames that you're looking at. You have an analyzing time frame and you have an entering time frame, and when you pair those together, you get quality. Now, you may look at the quantity side and say, well, I want 1 trade a week, or 2 trades a week, or 3 trades a week. But here's the thing, the more trades that you want as a swing trader, the more currency pairs or markets, depending on what market you're in, the more you need to go and look at. Because as a swing trader, you're not going to get a plethora, old school term there, you're not going to get a plethora of opportunities just looking at 1 or 2 currency pairs. That's just not going to happen, because when it comes to swing trading, you really have to practice the utmost patience. So be mindful what you say you want to do and how you want to do it and how it needs to be done when it comes to swing trading. But this is the importance of choosing the right time frames. Now, in the next video, we're going to discuss time frames a lot more in detail. We will be on a price chart where I'll be showing you the difference between some time frames when you pair them together. Now, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer before that video is made, be sure to comment down below and I'll be sure to answer those in the next video. You guys be blessed.